Did yours work?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. We are here. We are here. So all of those I see. Oh my gosh, I already see so many people tuning in. We are so excited to see you. We are so excited to launch. Real quick though, we are trying out some new technology because we want to make your lives easier. Everyone who's chiming in, I see you. Can you comment CAL? CAL. So it's a shortened version for crochet along. But if you can start wherever you are, if you are on Instagram or if you are on Facebook on our pages, can you just comment CAL? If you are on YouTube and want to jump over, it's going to send you some amazing links. We can't do it to YouTube yet. I hope it comes someday. But I am seeing so many people joining on Instagram. Yep. So now we're going to, if you're getting messages from us, let me know as well. I'm seeing comments. So we've got that. I think messages might be going through.
Hooray. Hooray.
I sure do hope so. Yeah. I think they are. All right. I'm going to look at these comments really quick. I see so many people commenting. Cal, thank you so much. If you get, right after that, if you are getting a message from us personally into your DMs, please let us know. Someone said, got it. Thank you. This just makes me so happy.
Everyone will be like, why are you so excited? What is exciting about this? Should we
explain to everyone you learn technology?
The three of us, not only are we launching this crochet along together, which we're very excited about, we're also excited about some new technology that we've put together to make life easier for you, basically, isn't it? So by commenting CAL, however you want to type it in, capitals, lower text, anything, you will get the information via a direct message if you are on any of our Facebook channels or any of our Instagram channels. So that will tell you everything. We don't need to be live then, really, do we? If that tells them everything.
Bye, everybody. No. No, we're excited about it because we are totally like you, and we just want things to be easy in life. We just want it to be easy. It's like, I don't want to go search for anything. It's like we search for our kids' shoes. I search for my own shoes. I don't want to search for anything. So if we can send you a direct link by you typing CAL, it's going to be a really cool automated system, and we're going to be sending you lots of really awesome information. And we're super excited about it. We think it will make your life easier. It didn't necessarily make our lives easier to set it up, but we're learning and we're excited about it.
Yeah. And this is work for her. I just want to put out there, if it's not working for you, we'll make sure to add links in the comments as well.
I'll put the QR code up, shall I, while you...
Yes. You can also go to the Brianna K Designs Facebook page, and if you send me a message, so just message the Brianna K Designs Facebook page, CAL, it should also do the same thing, crossing my fingers.
Yeah, because some places it may work, some places it may not. So we're trying. We're streaming across a lot of channels. So yeah.
And then we also have that QR code on the screen again. We just want to make sure that there's something today that goes smooth and easy for you to join us, because we have officially launched the Seasons collection.
Yay! And we have the first set of garments on our blogs.
Yes.
Which is exciting. So the accessories will go on our blogs tomorrow, but the garments are there now. So you can get started right away if you've chosen the dress, the top cardigan that I'm wearing, or the cardigan that Brianne is wearing. Those are all available now. Or if you upgrade to the VIP, you get everything right away. So all of the patterns you will get immediately with all the bonuses.
Yeah. So it is exciting, but if you haven't noticed, we sneakily did a cute little theme for this one, because we all watch Bridgerton. And if you don't watch Bridgerton and you're a hater of Bridgerton, I still like you. It's totally fine.
You're allowed to join. It's really important.
You're still allowed to join. Yeah.
If
you're like a Bridgerton hater, we still want you to come crochet. You can just pick a different show, and we're totally fine with that. But Bridgerton tomorrow, the next ones come out, the second part of the season. So we're so excited. We thought it would be kind of fun to name our designs, some names from Bridgerton, and then get ready for that, Netflix and shows. Netflix, right? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that you can have a project ready to go. And that's kind of how we timed this out, which is so much fun because I know tomorrow will be, I will have my yarn, my comfy fingering yarn. I will have my yarn and I will be in front of my TV.
Yeah.
I've planned my whole week, my whole working week around it because I'm like, well, if I do some filming, like when we do filming, we do a section, don't we? Film it, and then you need to go and crochet the next bit so that you can film. Yeah. I'm like, tomorrow is all about that.
I love that. I love that plan. That's the best. So the cool thing about commenting CAL in the comments on Instagram and on our Facebook pages is that you're also going to get all the information for the crochet along, of course. But if you haven't ordered your yarn, we're going ahead and we're throwing that right into the messages that will go to you to click and go get the yarn with a coupon code, because We Crochet was so nice to give us a coupon code for the comfy fingering, the comfy sport weight, and the comfy worsted weight. Yes. So all that is available as well by just commenting or scanning that QR code and getting signed up. But like, ladies, in case people don't know how fantastic we are, because we are so fantastic, we just want you to crochet. Like, we want you to crochet. We want you to join. We want you to feel part of the community of friends, because like, we want to put goodness out there. And whether you join the VIP paid or the free version, we just want to see what you're making. So if you want to come in and you want to join this crochet along, but times are tight and you're just like, I can't swing for the VIP version this time, that's okay. We have them on our blogs. So we want everyone posting in our community groups. Everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I got a bag posted today.
I know. I saw that. They're so quick. So quick. And someone started making my top, I think. So it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm going to circle back to the coupon code again. I just want to throw this out there that everybody knows that you can use the coupon code more than once.
Yes.
We did push for that with We Crochet because we have so many designs coming out in this yarn, and we didn't want you to order and then be like, oh no, like now there's this pattern I want to make and I didn't, get the yarn. So all month you are going to get, so you can use the coupon more than once. So if a design pops out that you're like, oh, I really wish that I had got more yarn, or whatever the reason, you can still order more and use the coupon code.
And we have some secret designs behind the scenes. So just order, sweater, cardigan quantities. Use that coupon and just order lots of colors.
Yeah. And there's more yarn. We were just live with We Crochet. And if you see low stock on some of the colors, don't worry. They have more yarn coming in a week, and then they have more yarn coming again. Lots of yarn coming in comfy. So the colors will all be restocked, and pick your favorite color. We picked our favorite colors for the spring, summer, but there are so many nice colors to choose from. So
yeah.
Pick your favorite.
It says she's going to place another order tonight. Hurrah. We love that.
Me too.
There's a question here. Question for you, Brianna.
Oh, it says, I have it on a split screen. I got it. Oh, beautiful white carton yarn. You're like, what hook did you use? Okay. So when it comes to substitutions, it's more about the gauge than the hook. So I use a sport weight, the sport weight comfy for this cardigan. And if you have yarn, go start with the G size, the 4mm hook, and make a swatch. And if that swatch matches, you are good to go. If not, that's when we need to create that gauge swatch to be what we want it to be, and determine if the yarn will work. Because sometimes if the yarn is too thick or too heavy, it may not have the drape that you actually desired, which means you're not going to wear it. Like if the gauge swatch doesn't come out to seriously, hold it up and flop it around. If it's not going to feel cozy on you, you're going to want to rethink the yarn. But substitutes can definitely work. It's just so critical to do that gauge swatch to know.
Yeah, I know. And I have had people asking with mine about using different yarns, and that's do a gauge swatch and see. Even though I'm using fingering weight, I use the 4.5mm for it because I wanted it nice and loose, right? So I went with maybe a larger hook than you would think for fingering. So, if you want to try a sport or a DK, you have to go by your gauge swatch and how you think it feels.
Yeah.
I think it depends so much on the stitch as well, doesn't it? Because I like a lot of mine has got chains in it. So actually that wouldn't work with a much larger hook. It needed a slightly smaller hook. So there's a method behind the hook that we choose for the not only the weight of yarn, but it's the style of the design. So it's all about gauge, all about the gauge swatch.
Yeah.
And then Kim's asking fingering yarn or worsted. So we've used fingering, sport and worsted in all of our designs. We make sure that we've covered all of them, and the coupon code works for all of them as well. So then we have our accessory patterns that they're all in worsted, aren't they? Yeah, they're all in worsted. But you can then make my headband in the fingering weight or the sport weight. You can do your bag though as well, couldn't you, Brianna? You were saying you could switch it up if you wanted to as well. Any weight
as far as the bag goes, you just need to make a rectangle, and it just has to be a 1-to-3 ratio, and you've got it. So anyway, really.
Yeah. And then Jessica's asking what's fingering yarn. So we don't call it, I don't know if you're from the UK, Jessica, but we don't normally call it fingering weight yarn over here in the UK. So we would normally call it 4-ply, and I've got myself into such a pickle before in this conversation online with people telling me you're not right, Hannah. So I'm not even going to pretend that I absolutely know, but kind of sock weight yarn that we use in the UK, and I know in Australia they call it that too. But so fingering weight is between like a lace weight and what we would call a double knit. But then there's also sport weight that sits somewhere in the middle as well. So
AI, I'm just saying, AI, maybe AI is wrong.
What did I say?
It said fingering weight yarn in the UK is commonly referred to as 4-ply yarn. It can also be called sock weight or baby weight.
Yeah, but the 4-ply doesn't relate to how many plies of yarn, so how many are wound together. It's to do with the thickness, weight of it. So we just do things strangely over here. Yeah,
but you also do afternoon tea.
Why?
You also do, so I forgive you.
We do,
because I love it,
and we have amazing buildings that get filmed to be in Bridgerton and stuff. So we do some things right.
Yes. Oh, now I want afternoon tea and Bridgerton and yarn tomorrow. That would be like the perfect day.
Come to the UK and I will take you to the place in Bridgerton. Because I used to live there, didn't I?
Yes, go get on the plane. Oh my goodness. If someone asked me right now, like what I wanted for my birthday, I think that would be it. I'd be like, I want to watch Bridgerton, I want yarn, and I want afternoon tea. And that would be the ideal birthday.
Done.
Yes. Oh, and I don't want to do dishes.
Just as that shouldn't just be for your birthday. That should just be forever, surely.
True that.
Yeah, so if anyone has any questions about the designs, how the crochet along works and stuff, then shoot over into the comments and let us know. But yeah, like we've done so many of these now, haven't we? This is maybe our 6th or 7th together, I think. We've done so many, haven't we? And we now got the format, haven't we, of, it's all the VIP experience launches just slightly before, so you can sign up. You can still get that the whole way through up until the 30th of June. When Crochet Along officially ends, but you just carry it, there's no time pressure. There's never any time pressure or deadlines for our Crochet Along. Take as long as it takes you. You can start right at the end of it, and we will still be there to support you. We host it in all 3 of our community groups, and we do our lives in all of our groups and our YouTube, etc., as we're doing now. So yeah, come and join for as much or as little as you would like to.
This is on your timeline. There's no deadline. If you're making this next summer, that's totally fine. We still want to see pictures. We still want you to post. I had someone message me the other day with a question, and I think especially with us, you're getting very honest. I'm just unfiltered honest sometimes. And she asked me, why is it that we launch the VIP before we do it free on the blog, and is that so we're forcing people to buy? And I was like, the honest truth is because we get the patterns and the testing and all that done, and then we realize it takes so much more work to do the blog work. And so instead of sitting on it, we throw it out there. It's kind of like, well, instead of us sitting on this for another week, people could be ordering yarn, people could be starting this, it is all ready to go. But that blog work and listing it on sites, it takes a week.
It does. It does.
I'm like, it's really just so that like we're so excited about it. We just want to like get it out there and get it to you as soon as like, I mean, it's done. It's just sitting there. It's like a beautiful thing on a shelf that you're like, oh, I just want to play with it. So let's get it out there. And then thank you for giving us and being patient with us to get it onto the blogs, because tomorrow our accessories launch, and I still need to do a few more things on the blog to make sure.
Well, and it's
confession.
Yeah, it's all the behind the scenes stuff. It's, even the newsletters, it's everything, getting it. And people get excited. Like if we launched and gave you that supply list, people get really excited and they want it right away. So we try to have it all
to give you that
ready, and then we can kind of like get the rest of the details together.
I think this one happened because Hannah was like, can I do a sneak peek in the next couple of days? And we were like, wait a minute, couldn't we just launch it?
Yeah, and we were like, let's just do it.
Let's just pull it together.
Okay, we can't keep secrets.
We have more questions. So bag, the 1-to-3 ratio. I'm new to crocheting. What does that mean? Show us. Do you have an example?
So that's not a crochet term. Yeah, that probably is very confusing. This is going to be so simple. It might blow your mind a little bit. And you can go look on, I have this bag featured on my Instagram if you want to see a quick shot video of how this is done. So this is the bag that is in the crochet along, and I did it in a solid and stripes. You can choose however you want to do it. But this bag is made as a rectangle, like, kid you not, rectangle. And then we're just doing some quick fold style or easy origami, 2 seams, and then it is a bag or a crossbody bag. But in order for it to be folded, so kind of thinking about origami in that way, the rectangle, the height of it and then the length of it needs to be a 1-to-3 ratio. So if your one side is 10 inches, then it needs to be 30 inches long. So that's how it works out, which is why when you want to substitute yarns with this one, it is so easy, because you're going to start out with the length of it. So you're going to go however many inches really you want, or follow the schematic and the pattern and do that length. And then you're just going to crochet it until it is that 1-to-3 ratio in height. And then you're ready to make a bag. It's crazy easy.
It's amazing when you see you do it. Like, that reel is so cool. Be like, yep, fold it, join, done.
Fold, join, done. And I do show you in a video how to do this. I actually really like this. This is like a really cool braided look, and it's stronger because, like, you want like a strong kind of thicker strap when it comes to bags that's not going to, like, be too thin, and it's simple to do too. And I have that in the video as well. But you could add your own, like, store-bought strap too. I just didn't have one, so I went with this, which I like. Yeah.
And so Jessica is wondering, for the hat, can we use the comfy bulky yarn that has just come out?
I don't have any of it, but I feel that it would be thinner than taking 2 strands of worsted together is more super bulky than it would be a bulky. So the sizing may be off a little bit. Not to say you couldn't try, but the gauge may be off. So you may have to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. To be more accurate, I would say go with the worsted and doubling it up. But because I don't have any of that bulky in hand, I can't really test it out for you to see the difference that the gauge would make.
Yeah. Soon we will, hopefully. I might pop over and ask someone who I think has both.
And say, what's the difference? And there's a good question. Will there be video support for the free version of all the patterns in this collection? Absolutely, yes. So the video tutorials will be on all of our YouTube channels. The garment ones have launched already, haven't they? They're there to go and see. And the video tutorials are great, like if you've already got the patterns, but also if you haven't and you're not quite sure which one you want to start with. Like, we talk about the construction, don't we? We don't just literally say, right, chain this many, do that. Like, we do a lot more than that in our video tutorials that teach you about the construction and where you can customize. So for your garments, like Michelle's, your sweater's like top down, isn't it? And I'm sure you talk about the different ways that you can do the sleeves, the different way that you can add the hood. All of those things are explained, not only in the written pattern, but in person on video.
Yeah, I showed, mine is a long video because I kind of went into all of it. I didn't just do, I show basically how to do this, the short sleeve top, but then I show here's how to do the long sleeves, here's how to add the hood with the pink one. I went through all of those steps so that it doesn't matter which one you're making or what version, all of the information is in the video.
Yeah. Oh, and then a question for me, Hannah, what do you wear under your lacy dress? Well, it depends what mood I'm in, really. You can wear what you like. It is very, very lacy. Shall I hold up the top? I'll hold up the top.
Yes.
It's very, very lacy. And I kind of designed it with the idea that it could be occasion wear or it could be beach wear. So you could just literally wear it over a swimsuit. It would look really, really nice, I think. But I did some photos of me just wearing a bra underneath it and then a small like silky slip underneath. And I also did one of wearing like a long slip, so a full camisole kind of slip. And then I also did it with like just a tank top underneath, just for this crop top version. So, and it very much depends on how you decide to seam it. So we basically just have 2 rectangles that we seam at the front and the back, and you can do as much or as little as you like. So if you wanted to seam further up for the back, then you could definitely just wear a normal bra or a normal tank top underneath and have complete full coverage. And actually sometimes that makes the lace stand out more, doesn't it? If you like had a white or a black underneath, it would make the legs stick out more. So like whatever you want, really. I did buy one of the, we laughed when we were together in Florida. I told you, didn't I? I bought one of those backless kind of things that have a hole cut out around your waist and all sorts. And I was like, no, this is not for me. It was so uncomfortable. I don't know if you've seen all those videos of like they suck your stomach in and all of that. I was like, no, I can't be bothered with that. So
no, we like to be cozy and comfy.
Yes, comfy and comfy is good for me. Yeah. Oh, Erin's agreeing with us on the building a website. She's just done one and it's no joke. It is no joke. You're absolutely right.
Even with help, even if I have Emma helping set stuff up, I still have to go double check it. Yeah. I still have to go through everything, and it's still, yeah.
It's way
so
longer.
This question, how much to order? So we each actually this week, not planned, released designs that use Comfy. Mine was made over a year ago, and I finally published it this year. And so those will have yardage of, and if you comment Cal, C-A-L, on Instagram or on Facebook, you should be getting a message. So comment C-A-L, and in that message, we're gonna send you a couple messages. If you would like, you can just say yes, please, as we ask you questions. You'll end up getting links for all those new patterns as well, so you can find them and you can find the yardage requirements. Now, as far as the ones that we are still working on, because I decided I needed yet another version, those yarn requirements, are not settled for me yet. Michelle, do you know yours coming up?
The yardage amounts, or just
for like an upcoming design. Do you have another one to release? I forget.
I do. I have 2. So my top that I'm wearing, I will have a cardigan version of it with 2 different styles. So I show it 3/4 sleeve, shorter. I have it long with ribbing. So I have 2 styles shown. And then I'm also going to have a crew neck version of this as well. I don't have all the yarn amounts sorted yet for all of it. Not for all the sizes, obviously.
I would say,
but I haven't got all the yarn amounts.
Same, because now I've decided to make mine into a dress, so yardage is thrown out there. I would say order like cardigan quantities. I'm doing a fingering weight one, and then I'm also doing a bag that's probably under 500 yards in worsted. But I would say, like, look at whatever quantity for like a cardigan would be in like fingering weight yarn. Michelle, is yours fingering weight yarn coming out next month?
It is, yeah. So I have a cardigan, and all of mine are fingering weight.
Yeah. So mine coming up is a fingering weight. So I would say throw a ton of balls in. And if you had any extras, we still, in this collection, like especially what Hannah has. Hannah, do you want to talk about what's around you? Like, you can use the extras for that.
Yeah. Tie. So my second design, my accessory is like a tie, a headband. You can make it in worsted, fingering, or sport weight. But I also have 2 fingering weight garments coming out. So like a cardigan in the same stitch that I've used in this. So a cardigan, and then a more modest fingering weight top. And then I'm also next month, if I can get it done in time, using comfy worsted to do my granny stitch collection, which I've been filming today. So, go for it and order on that, and order lots of colors, because then you can use it for next month as well.
Yeah.
Just buy all the colors.
Yes, I know. And I wish I could give you more solid answers. It's just that we know it's coming. Like, you were always working on stuff, and like, trust me, I wish I could like work 24/7 and crochet all day long and all night long. But we just want you to keep that in mind. If you're going to use the coupon code, which can be used more than once, we're just saying, if you're like, you know what, I know that I love Michelle's top, I want it in a cardigan. I love Hannah's stitch, I want it in a cardigan. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to throw in, 15, 20 balls.
A short cardigan would be similar to the long sleeve top, or the crew neck is going to be similar yardage to all of the requirements for this top. And then if you're thinking, I'm going to add extra length, then you want to add a few more balls. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, if you're going to go longer, make sure you add extra. And depending on the size that you're working on, that could mean a little bit more. Like if you're doing a 5X, it's going to need more even with length than, let's say, a small.
And I would think what I'm coming out with would be similar yardage to what Michelle's wearing, probably just a couple more balls, because my stitches aren't quite like, it's the granny stitch. There's more of them. So yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to give you solid answers on that. I really, really do. But
I know. Well, for me, always yarn amounts is one of the last things I do with the pattern. That's sort of the last math I take, right? Like what I've done for whatever sizes, and then we start working out. It's like the last step. The not fun parts of the math, right, guys?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We have a question up here, but there's also a question. For some reason, my Facebook group questions aren't pulling across into the chat, so I'm sorry about that. But Melissa is asking, is it too late to register as a VIP? Absolutely not. The VIP will be open until the 30th of June, because that the bonus of getting the VIP was not just the fact that you got it earlier. It's the fact that you also get the extras that go with it. So every crochet along we do, we add bonuses and extras. So this time around, we have perfect fit guide. Michelle's written a beautiful PDF about how to make the right size, because we know that baffles people sometimes, doesn't it? It's a really hard thing to get right. But once you get it, once you know the technique of how to figure out which size to make and how to then adjust things to fit you perfectly, you'll be set for life. Then I've done a guide about using luxury yarns and lightweight yarns, because again, we know that we're scaring people by saying use fingering weight.
Scary.
I know. And then Brianna put together this most amazing package of stuff, of like a row counter, of some Bridgerton bingo for you to play as you're making along, and lots of like yarn tags and various things. So lots and lots of extra bonuses. Plus the fact that if you buy everything all together, you get more than 50% off. And that after the 30th of the month, that will no longer be available. That offer won't be there. The patterns will always be on our blogs, and they'll also all be available as individual PDFs in our stores. So if you're thinking, right, I don't need the whole collection, but I would like to buy X, Y, or Z pattern, then you can get them individually too.
And as you're playing Bridgerton bingo, like, it's not like everyone has a different card. It's more just something to do together as we're watching the show. It's just a silly, fun thing. As you're watching the show and you're crossing stuff off, share your bingo card next to your yarn in our community group. I would love that. And I'm sure we're going to have some great conversations about, like, well, where did you see that? What scene was that there was a hat? Like, some will be obvious. Some might not be so obvious to find them. If you are a Bridgerton fan, it just seemed like a fun thing to do, to like interact together online while we're all gossiping about Bridgerton. So any community group, and if you do comment CAL in the comments, Instagram and Facebook, it's going to give you links to sign up. And if you sign up free or paid, you're going to get that bingo card. Like, we want to play. We want you to play with us.
Yeah. I was thinking, if you're not a Bridgerton fan, like, you get double points if you find another program that you can watch that you can tick those off on. bonus brownie points if you do that.
Bonus. Yes. Tell us if you see it on any other show too. It's just super fun. I'm excited to play. Hannah says she's going to play. We're going to cross off stuff, show our bingo cards. And I'll be curious to see when someone how far we're going to have to watch. Like how far we got to watch, how many episodes until we can knock out everything on there, and can we? I think it's just going to be super fun.
We can. So then, are the patterns easy to adjust for lefties?
Yes, because they are not words. So when it comes to right versus left, a lot of where we would really have to do adjustments would be if there was a word, because if you're to mirror a word, it would be backwards. But you're still going to follow along with the same idea. And if you ever really get stuck as a lefty and you're like, wait, okay, I'm having a hard time visualizing this row being worked as a lefty, you can take your computer screen. Sometimes your phone is a bit harder, and you can mirror it. So all of our videos, if you're watching what we're doing, the written instructions will work up just fine. But if you're watching what we're doing, we're going to be moving in a different direction than a left-handed person would be. You can just set your device in front of a mirror, and watch it from the mirror. And that way you can see how it would be worked up if we were left-handed, and that might clear up okay, I see how that is worked. It's crazy, but the only difference when you go look online at designers' videos between right and left hand is they're taking the same exact video and just mirroring it. So that's one way you can kind of do any video on your own on YouTube, is just set your phone up, grab your mirror that you do makeup in, and watch it through your mirror versus directly. And then that way you can flip that video. Or a lot of computer screens easily mirror.
We will do it, yeah. And our garments as well, they're really straightforward construction, aren't they? So with, Michelle's, you'll be working from the top down, but you'll be working the opposite direction. Brianna and I, ours are both work flat. So you'll just be working flat panels, but in the opposite direction. So yeah, they can all work for left-handed people.
Yeah. The only time I think it gets a little bit tricky or confusing is when you're working up tapestry and maybe there's a word that says hello. If you were to just go with that, it would be backwards. Yeah. But there's a way to get by that sometimes too. So definitely. Yeah.
And Valerie's asking about the snap closure on your bag. Where do you get it from?
I didn't see it in the supply. I'll go double check that supply list. I know it was in the pattern. I got it from Amazon. I got a set. It was really reasonably priced. It came in different colors. I have a pink one.
Yeah,
they're super cute. These are even different colors. One's a little bit, oh my gosh, see, now I'm mirrored and trying to figure this out. One's a little bit lighter colored than the other.
Nice.
And they were really easy to put on, and I do like them. So I'll make sure that is in the supply list for the both versions, whether it's VIP or paid, but I know it's in the pattern.
And it will be on the blog. I guess your blog post won't go until...
And it may be later in the pattern. I think at the end, it was kind of hey, if you wanted to add this. So if you're looking at the pattern, you may have to scroll down a little bit towards the finishing part of it. I just thought we'll double check that. We'll make sure that you get that.
Meanwhile, Jennifer's asking, are the patterns size inclusive? Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We size from extra small to 5XL, but we also add, said before, haven't we, customization tips throughout our patterns and throughout our videos because, you might be within a certain size bracket, but we're all different shapes and sizes and proportions within that size bracket. So the important thing, if you're in the VIP, make sure that you read Michelle's guide first for the perfect fit, and then look at the sizing of the pattern and the schematic, and then work out where you can do increases, etc. And I put it at the beginning of every single pattern of read through the pattern before, because then you'll see where the points are that you can change and tweak things for your bust, for your waist, for your hip, for whatever, your sleeve, your armhole depth, etc.
Well, yeah, because I am 5'6". And I made this cardigan in 2 different lengths. But if I were to take the same cardigan and put it on someone else who's maybe, 5'2" or 5'8", it's not going to hit the same. So when it comes to especially length and stuff, Hannah's gorgeous dress, if you want that to hit the floor, it's not going to be a complicated adjustment. You just need to be aware of it when you start going yeah, I think like I know that I am a little bit shorter or taller usually. So like let me measure and see like where I want this to hit or hold it up.
Yeah.
All these garments at any time when you're making them, you can just like hold it up to your body and be like, how do I feel about this? That's what I do. Like, how do I feel about this?
Does it fit me? Yeah, because I had a few questions about that, about for the top, for the under bust band, of saying like, does it have to sit right underneath your bust? And the answer is no, absolutely not. No. You can change and work as many rows of these rectangles for the top as you like. And then you just start your band. If you want it to sit right on your waist or even down on your hips, then you just work these rectangles until it's the right length for you. And of course, like, you know, I don't have a particularly big bust, so I need them to be terribly long. But if you do, then you can accommodate for that by making them longer, and then putting the under bust band where feels comfy for you.
Yeah. I love that.
Right. Oh, there's a few questions about where the patterns are. Are they all available on your blogs? So the garments are available on our blogs from today, and the accessories will all be live at some point tomorrow on our blogs.
Yes. And we totally get going and finding links on 3 different blogs can feel a little bit exhausting. So if you comment CAL, we're going to be sending you some messages. Just then say yes, please, and then we can send you even more messages, and it should all be organized, and you'll see like where you can find the YouTube videos, where you can find them on the blog, where you can find our community groups to go join the community groups. So if you're watching right now, comment CAL, because we are hoping that is going to make your life so much easier, just to like, boop, we're going to send you a DM and you can be like, oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brianna, Hannah, Michelle, for stressing over that. No, just kidding.
It wasn't stressful, not at all.
Yeah, this is our first time using it, and we love feedback. So let us know what you think. I just want to make everyone's lives easier to find links.
Right, I'm putting another.
Just so people are aware, it doesn't work on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it works on Instagram, Facebook.
Yes. So another way that we'll be able to get those, if you sign up for the crochet along, you'll be able to get all of the links as well. Those will get sent.
And that QR code.
Yeah. And if you're on our email list as well, we'll be letting you know on our email lists as well where to find them.
And Karen, that's not a dumb question. If you signed up last week and you can't find the patterns, we can definitely help you with that, because there's a login page.
Yeah, I just put the link in the comment.
Hannah's already on top of it.
So if you won't be able to click on that, unfortunately, from there, but if you copy that address and go in, and it's also linked on my website as well, where you purchased, you'll be able to log in there, and it will also be as a link on your invoice as well. So if you check in your emails where your invoice came to, there's a link there that will take you to this page, and then you can just log in and it's all in there for you.
Yeah. Nice and organized.
We try.
And you can always Google any of our names, and our websites usually to the top, and the patterns will all be there in our newest releases on the blog, and our YouTube channel, latest videos will be there. So right now, all of the garments will be on our YouTube channels, and tomorrow at some point I'll have the hat, Brianna will have her bag, and Hannah will have her headband all up on our YouTube
and
channel.
if you've already purchased the VIP, you can access those now.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through.
I am seeing how many messages and comments we're getting. It's great. Like I think this is working.
All of the lives are always hard work, aren't they? With people saying, I can't find the link. So we wanted to try and make it easy.
Yes.
Yarn comes after.
We cannot help with that. I'm sorry.
I feel you. Every time I order yarn, it'll be like 2 days later. I'm like, why is that not here? Where is it? And I'm like, oh, I only ordered it 2 days ago. Like, simmer down.
Come quicker. Brianna got some yarn that Hannah and I are also waiting for, but I'm in Canada. Hannah's in the UK. So Brianna has her yarn always before us.
You can always come pick it up in Florida. You're always welcome.
We have to be patient.
Which it was super fun. This time is the first time we have had our an opportunity to have our designs done to do it together. So Hannah and Michelle came recently. I mean, I was literally finishing this as we got together, but it was fine because we just sat down and had a nice drink, and I finished it. And then we were able to do some photographs together, which was super silly and super fun. And Hannah and Michelle were terrified of getting eaten by an alligator. But, I mean, it was a possibility.
Yeah, we nearly were. I swear we nearly were.
We were near a body of water, but we were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, Kelly said, you're roasting in Florida, aren't you? Yes. Even a month ago, as soon as we stood outside, I was like, "Whoa! I'm not made for this weather."
Over. But then what happened when we went to Target? It was like, you need a cardigan.
Yeah.
You blast that AC. If you go to the movies, you need a blanket.
We don't have to worry about that over here. We just don't have aircon. We don't have.
That's fun though. So yeah, are there any more questions that have popped up?
I can't see any more. I think we covered all the ones. I'm just scrolling back through all. But yeah, hopefully there's a few people saying they're still not getting messages, and we're sorry about that. We have tried our very best to put it together. The best thing to do then is to go to the site and sign up, because then all of the information, there's no different information. It's all the same as when you sign up to join us as well. So
that QR code is super helpful.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take a screenshot of it and then click it.
Yeah. Or just go and pinch someone else's phone that they're not using in your house, and that's what I do.
I do that to my kids all the time. I'm
like, oi, give me your phone.
I know. Like, why do you need my phone? I just need your phone.
Don't ask me questions.
Pretty soon I'm like, I'm gonna hand my kid my phone and be like, can you figure this out for me?
Oh, I've started doing that, and Elliot's 7, and he can figure stuff out more than I can.
Yep.
Yeah. So, there was a question back here that I missed about when we'll be going live. I think we haven't yet planned for next week, but normally we do it on once a week, don't we? So probably next Wednesday or Thursday, or when we can on. We will again on our email list let you know when that's going to be.
Yeah, because you might have more questions next week. We want to know if you've got all the bingo card, how much Bridgerton you've watched over the next few days. When does that come out? At midnight tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so tempting. No, I'm not going to stay up. I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to, after I get my blog post published tomorrow morning,
reward yourself.
Then I can reward myself, and everyone can get started.
But yeah, for everyone with us, what's your project? What are you beginning with? Because there's someone already said the bag. Someone's asking for the wallflower hat, which is Michelle's amazing granny bucket hat, and that will be coming tomorrow onto the blog. But if you've got the VIP, then you've already got that PDF. Have we got any? I know that someone's making the skirt version of mine already, which is a different pattern because it's a different fit. But yeah, let us know what you're making first. Oh, Marie, she's so sweet. Thank you.
So many sweet comments. Now I'm kind of going back through.
Christine's making the V-neck hoodie.
Oh, someone asked if there's a Ravelry link to the Danbury bag. There will be tomorrow. I swear we work hard. Oh, someone said, what inspires each of you to create patterns? Well, we could talk about it for this collection, kind of what inspired us. We chose this after Christmas, didn't we?
We did.
Or was it before?
I think when we were doing our Christmas crochet along, we asked people, and they were all like summery, lacy, easy, comfortable stuff. And we were like, cool, let's go with that. And
then I think really we just chose the yarn first this last time. So we just had the idea of we wanted a summer, so cotton made sense. Comfy was just so lovely for us because no matter what way anyone did, we were just so the thing about designing with us that we think we design our best is when there's less restrictions. So a lot of times, even when we come together, we're just okay, you make what you're going to make. And then it just kind of comes, it just
And
really
sometimes
just
it
flows.
changes. Sometimes what we're going to make changes to, we get started and then we're like, oh, we want to
Oh,
do this.
mine did. Mine changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah was plotting with me one night when she was here, and I was like, I want to use this stitch. I'm like, yeah, I know that design's over there in a basket.
That will be beautiful as well, that design, definitely.
Yeah. Sometimes you get started and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not feeling this for this project, for this collection. And then we just tend to just pick out construction. I think like item, like I'm like, okay, cardigan, what construction, what stitch, what fit, what ease, and then you start swatching a ton of gauge swatches.
Mm-hmm.
And other times I'm inspired by things around me. Like a bag I want to do, it's not the same. And I know it's not the same because I didn't take a photo of it because I didn't want to be a creeper. But I saw a bag when I was in London that a woman had at lunch. And I even said to Joe, I was like, Joe, take a photo. And he was like, I'm not taking a photo. I was like, but you have the angle to take the photo. I don't have the angle. Yeah. So I was trying to commit this bag to memory. And now mine looks totally different, which is fine too. But it sparked an idea of like, oh, I like that shape. And then I was like, oh, could I make that as one piece? And it's kind of haunted me. So I did make it. I still have to write it, but it will come out next month. It's so simple. And so sometimes it's just like, it's like, I'm at breakfast with my husband and kids and I'm begging my husband to take a photo of this bag this woman's wearing in London because I feel like I could do it in crochet,
I follow people, like I've been walking one way and turned to follow someone the other way because what they're wearing. And I'm like, I have to figure out the construction of that and how that's going to work in crochet.
Yeah. How can I convert that to crochet?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Lots of people saying they're working on lots of things. Is someone working on your granny tank, Michelle? Yeah. Another granny tank. And then
if your yarn's not here yet, just jump in tomorrow and still post what you're working on with that bingo card or whatever you want. Yeah, we're just excited to crochet with you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm also jealous because last night my sister calls me and says, do you have something for me to test? And I was like, well, yeah, I always do. Like, what do you want? Like, I'm holding up items like, which one do you want? And I was like, why? Do you just need a project? Are you just bored? Like, what's going on? And she said, no, my neighbor called. And apparently there's a once a month crochet group in my neighborhood. And I got invited. And I was like, she's in Colorado. I mean, if she's in Florida, I would be there. And I'm like, what? You got a crochet group? I want a crochet group. This is my crochet group.
Yeah, and the virtual crochet group. Yeah, my mum does that. If she's doing a crochet along, she'll take her project with her and then infiltrate her physical crochet group and then make them all join in as well. It's great. They're like, oh,
your mom's all out there marketing for you. I love it.
I love it. And a thank you for using the fingering weight yarn. Yes. Yeah, I feel like it's something that people are really scared of, isn't it? Using fingering weight for anything.
Until they do one time.
Yeah.
They just got to use it one time and then they realize it's not harder to work with. It's really easy to work with. It's not scary. It doesn't take, with certain stitches, especially looking at Michelle's top, it doesn't take as long as you think it takes. And so then you are like, yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah. It's quick with the right stitch. If you were doing all single crochet, maybe not so fun, but like the band is probably the most time consuming thing on mine when you do the waistband. That's probably
the bands always are, I swear.
Yeah, they're worth whatever weight yarn you use, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's right.
Then when I'm designing, I'm like, do I do the band first so that it's just out of the way and done, or do you leave it till last and then say to people, you can add this if you want to, but you don't have to?
It's funny you say that because I first made this one. I started making this one and I got like 2 rows in without the band, and then I was like, I don't want to come back and do it later. So I undid it. I know I undid it, and then I started this one with the band. But you're right, Hannah. If you start some of these designs, like mine is like this big panels work from bottom up. If you're like, I don't want a band on the bottom, you can just chain.
Yeah.
Just chain and start your stitches into the chain. You don't have to do a band.
Mine's top down, so if you don't want to add a band, you can finish it however you want.
Yeah.
It's a funny story. I'm laughing. Amy's saying the band for the skirt, I felt like I just ran a marathon. Well, yes, you do unfortunately need a band for the skirt.
You do.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah. And sometimes they need it for the structure of the piece and stuff. You know, if you're pulling in as well, if you're going to go down a hook size and pull in, because it will help shape. It will help shape your garment, and it will be that much better for it. But you don't have to have it. That's the great thing.
No. And for this cardigan, on one of them I did like the puff sleeve, and I have instructions for that. And then the other one I was like, no, I like it wide. I want a wide sleeve. And really, if you didn't want to do a band on this and you just wanted to make it long enough and just finish it out with like a single crochet, you could. You can adjust on all of our patterns. I think never be afraid to go off the grid, I guess to say. Like yarn can always be undone. Like for us, we frog all the time because sometimes I try something and I'm like, do I like it? Do I not like it? Let me try something else. It's not like a mistake that can't be undone. So do what you like. You don't have to do it exactly the same. I know maybe not a lot of designers say that, but we're the type where like, I want you to like it. I want you to love it. I want you to wear it. If you're like, I don't like bands around here, I prefer it not, don't put one on. You'll be fine. Try it on as you go and like get it the right length and you're good.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, we've got a vote for band making though. Marie says she doesn't mind making. I think it's mindless. It is quite a nice. I remember, Michelle, when we did hats or something once, you were like, I'm just making all of the bands to start with. All done.
Yeah. You kind of, once you get started, you don't really have to think, and you can take it with you. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like therapy. It can be like that, therapeutic.
But we have to get off this live because we could get cut off soon from Instagram, because Instagram only lets us do an hour.
Yep.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. They'll get rid of us. They'll chuck us
off. They'll cut us off. We don't
we'll go wrong.
Well, it was so lovely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Come and join us. Everything is there apart from, I say, the accessories will be there from tomorrow. Let me put the link in one more time there, and the QR code is up. So come and join us in our community groups. Let us know what you're making. Post any project in any community group. We absolutely love it in all of them. And we'll see you at some point next week and see how you're all doing.
Yeah. Enjoy. We can't wait to hear all about your projects.